Hey, Cowboys Nation, stop everything you're doing right now because we've got some huge news that's shaking up the NFL world. Dak Prescott might be leaving Dallas. That's right, the star quarterback who's been the heart and soul of the Cowboys for years could be packing his bags sooner than we thought. Stay tuned because I'm diving deep into why this unexpected move might be happening and what it means for the future of the team. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. If you love staying on top of all the breaking NFL news, especially when it comes to our Dallas Cowboys, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications because you won't want to miss what we're talking about today. I can't believe I'm saying this, but buckle up, because this is the kind of news that will shake up the NFL and the Cowboys' future. Dak Prescott might actually be leaving Dallas. Yep, you heard me right. The rumors are flying, and this is the type of thing no one saw coming, especially not this season. So let's dive into everything we know so far and why this bombshell might be happening. Okay, so let's break down the situation because I know this is shocking to a lot of fans. Dak Prescott has been the face of the Dallas Cowboys for years now. He's been through the highs and the lows with the team. He's given us hope in those moments when it felt like nothing was going right, and he's always been the guy we thought would be here for the long haul. But in the NFL, as we know, nothing is ever guaranteed. And what's unfolding right now is proof of that. So why is this news so hot right now? It seems like just yesterday we were talking about how the Cowboys were all in on Dak. They locked him up with that huge 4-year, $160 million contract in 2021, with $126 million of that guaranteed. That's a lot of faith from the front office. It signaled that Jerry Jones and company believed Dak was the guy to lead this team to a Super Bowl. But here we are, just a couple of seasons later, and things aren't as clear-cut as they seemed back then. First of all, let's talk about the elephant in the room, performance. I'm not here to bash Dak because, let's be real, the guy is talented. He's been a Pro Bowler, he's put up big numbers, and he's one of the more respected quarterbacks in the league. But we can't ignore the fact that this team has fallen short when it mattered most. Cowboys fans don't need to be reminded of the playoff heartbreaks. We've seen this team have great regular seasons, only to come up short when it was time to make a serious postseason run. And unfortunately, as much as we all love Dak, he's going to shoulder a lot of the blame for that. Fair or not, that's just how it goes for NFL quarterbacks. But it's not just about performance on the field. The NFL is also a business, and right now, the Cowboys might be looking at their long-term future and asking some tough questions. Look, $160 million is a lot of money. And with Dak's cap hit expected to be north of $50 million in 2024, that's a huge chunk of the team's salary cap. That money could be used in other places to strengthen the roster, whether it's on the offensive line, getting more weapons on offense, or improving the defense. The reality is that building a Super Bowl contender in today's NFL requires a balanced roster, and if too much of your money is tied up in one player, it becomes harder to do that. Now, let's talk about the timing of all this, because that's what's making this news even more surprising. The Cowboys are coming off another season where they fell short of their ultimate goal. But we're still early in the season, and this kind of shakeup usually doesn't happen until much later when teams are really looking at their options in the offseason. So why now? What's pushing the Cowboys to consider this move? Well, we can't ignore the rumors that have been circulating behind the scenes for a while now. There have been whispers that the Cowboys front office might be quietly exploring options for life after Dak. Some insiders are saying that Jerry Jones, as much as he's been loyal to Dak, is also growing frustrated with the team's inability to get over the hump. And let's face it, Jerry's not getting any younger. He wants to win, and he wants to win now. He doesn't have time to wait for a long rebuild, so if the Cowboys feel like Doc isn't the guy to take them to the promised land, they might be looking to make a bold move sooner rather than later. Another factor in all of this is the emergence of young quarterbacks around the league. We've seen guys like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow take their teams to the next level in recent years. And while Doc has been good, the Cowboys might be looking at these younger cubes and thinking they need someone who can bring that same kind of dynamic play to the offense. You can't help but wonder if that's playing into the team's thinking as they look to the future. So what's next? What are the Cowboys' options if they do decide to move on from Doc? Well, it's not as simple as just cutting him loose. Remember, Doc's contract includes a no-trade clause, so if the Cowboys want to trade him, Doc has to agree to the destination. That gives him a lot of control over the situation, and it means the Cowboys would have to find a trade partner that both they and Dak are happy with. And let's not forget, trading Doc would come with a significant dead cap hit. But if the Cowboys really want to make a change, they could find a way to make it work. One potential option that's already being floated around is the idea of a blockbuster trade. Could we see the Cowboys trade Doc for a package of draft picks and maybe even a young quarterback to groom as the next franchise guy? That's one possibility. And with teams like the San Francisco 49ers, New England Patriots, or even a team like the Las Vegas Raiders, possibly in the market for a quarterback, the Cowboys might have some intriguing options to explore. Another scenario is the Cowboys could go all in on drafting their next quarterback. The 2024 NFL draft class is expected to be loaded with talent at the QB position, and if the Cowboys could land a high draft pick, they might have the chance to grab a top prospect who could be the future of the franchise. Of course, that would mean going through a bit of a transition period, but if the Cowboys believe in their coaching staff and the talent they already have on the roster, it's not impossible to think they could remain competitive while grooming a young quarterback. Now, before anyone panics, we've got to remember that this is still all speculation at this point. Dak Prescott is still the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys as we speak, and there's a chance that nothing comes of these rumors. But where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And the fact that these conversations are even happening tells us that the Cowboys front office is at least considering the possibility of moving on from Dak. So what do you all think? Should the Cowboys stick with Dak Prescott and keep building around him? Or is it time to start thinking about the future and making a change at quarterback? I know this is going to spark a lot of debate, so let me know in the comments what your take is on this situation. I want to hear from all of you, whether you're Team Dak or you think it's time for a fresh start. All right, Cowboys Nation, that's all I've got for you today on this breaking news about Dak Prescott and the rumors swirling around his future in Dallas. It's a wild situation, and I'm sure we'll be hearing more about it in the days and weeks to come. So, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest developments, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be bringing you updates as soon as they come in.